Hey everyone, so we are currently here in Chattanooga, Tennessee at the East Ridge Antique District. As you can see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 antique stores here. I'm here super early when they open up here on a Friday. So without further ado, let's get into it with Wendy. And also, Twiggy is here with us.
All right. And right off the bat, I'm seeing lots of Valentine's decor. Granted, when I ended up stopping by, I think it was like 2 or 3 days after Valentine's Day, so always still fun to see. What I love about this place is they have some great higher end, lower end, and just overall a mixture of items. They always have great Christmas. You will definitely be seeing more of in this video, but lots of little trinkets. Of course, Christmas, like I had just mentioned, they have a great array of it. Granted, most of it is collector's prices, but you never know what you might get lucky on in some of these cases. It doesn't hurt to look. And I mean, some of the glass older ornaments are just too good. I always look at this little Cupid in the back, but he's 85, which I really can't touch or really look at for resale, I should say. Loved the little Archie thermos and lunchbox. And of course, you know me, I'm always after vintage toys and dolls, so spot this little lady from the 60s. She was pretty fun. Anytime I make it up this way, I just have the best of times, whether it's just me or I'm with some friends or family. It's just always a fun time to look around, stopping through the antique district and then grabbing lunch and go finding out some more spots. But as I pan over, we are seeing... I spot these awesome little dream pets, little hugger guys. These are more from the late 70s, not as early, but they are super cute. Love their lashes. Spot this quirky little egg cup. He was pretty terrific. Little figurines. I had to show off this cute little bunny. I think he's from Bambi. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which I feel like I'm such a poser for saying that. I've literally only ever watched Bambi once. It only took once to traumatize me with that mom scene, if you know what I mean. But spot the cute elephant planter. And we look up and we spot a World of Barbie case, which I've looked at before. And some still in packaging kitchenware, which is always fun to see. I always love seeing small little collections of sorts. Clearly somebody was a Raggedy Ann and Andy fan, which I actually did a whole toy history video up on my TikTok, so check that out. I did spot this really cute planter. I think it was Rubens actually, but with the paint loss, I decided to leave them. Honestly, clowns and Raggedy Anns don't really fly off the shelves for me. But what does is vintage Barbie anything, so I always have to give a look. This case was in overall decent shape, but really not too much wiggle room for resale at $24. Oh my gosh, I look at this every single time I'm here. I don't know why I haven't picked it up. It is just too cute. At $42, I don't know how much more I could resale that for, but anyways, thought I would show it off. I did spot this awesome little tea set of the anthropomorphic ladybugs. These are a newer set. I believe they're from the 80s or 90s, correct me if I'm wrong. And I do spot a whole on spooky section, so if you're a Halloween fan, check this place out. My goodness, and some Funko Pops, but you know me, I don't know anything about those. I do spot this awesome little ballet print, which I thought about picking up, but it turns out it was, you know, plastic and kind of cheaply made, which those I don't ever get too much for. Love a good big-eyed little figurine. And this cute, I don't know if she's a hobbyist piece, but cute nonetheless. She was even weighted, which now looking back at it, I don't know why I didn't end up picking her up. She was quite sweet. Next off, I do spot some vintage Barbie clothing. Nothing overtly rare or anything I hadn't seen before, so I ended up leaving these behind at $6 a piece. Maybe if it was for my own collection. But do spot the cute little candle guys. Absolutely love those, but honestly, I never end up picking up candles for resale because I'm afraid they're going to melt during shipping. So maybe pop some in my vintage booth, but usually don't sell those online. I did, however, spot these really cute little wall pockets. I've seen those a couple of times before. And I always have to look at those little tin buckets. So much fun. And again, tell me, you guys, if you see anything in this video that you say, oh, you should have picked that up, let me know in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys. I did spot this cute little bank. I come across these pretty often. I've picked up a few in my day, but they have to be pretty much dirt cheap for me to pick them up. I do spot a cute little vintage bear, I'm guessing from the 40s or 50s. And wait for it, you guys. Look at this huge Santa. Oop, I guess, yeah, look at him. Raggedy Ann and Andy. He was, I think, 180, which he isn't a Rushton, so not worth as much as one of those, but later in this day, I do find a humongous Rushton, so make sure you're following and subscribing to see in the next video. And I absolutely loved this little carnival doll, but at 32 with the repairs, I just couldn't justify. I do spot some costume jewelry, lots of beautiful glassware in this case. But what I really had my eye on is this really wacky little lamb sheep thing. I've never seen him before. Isn't he just quite odd? Also, side note, I always tend to find Rushtons at this place. If you're familiar with my videos, my mom actually ended up picking that Puss in Boots up here, which here we spot some Rushton zips. Really fun. I've picked up some from here as well. And I really do encourage you look through all of the glass cabinets. That is typically where I tend to find the best scores in this place. Just because it's behind glass doesn't necessarily mean it's like full on above retail eBay prices. You just might luck out and get a great deal. Unfortunately for me, it was not this Velvet Underground record, which I love so much. Who doesn't love Nico? More cabinets. As you can see, they are completely stuffed. That Barbie house above, vintage troll dolls, just a good array. I did spot that little Midge and Francie doll, but they did end up having too much wear to pick them up. And as you can see, there's just a lot of things tucked in. So really take your time, go through, and see what you end up finding. And like I said, you hit the mother lode with this setup of vintage Christmas. Currently, right now, I am still picking up Christmas. I tend to pick it up all throughout the year, but right now I'm trying to focus heavily on Easter. So bunnies, lambs, you know it. Though I do love looking at all of this very, very cheerful Christmas. I mean, everything from old candles, pose pixies, vintage candy containers, figurines. I mean, it is just so much. I actually picked up a Rushton Santa once upon a time out of this case, which I believe I sold many moons ago at this point. And the Rushton Santas are one thing I will pick up hands down throughout the year if it's at a good price. Whether it's Christmas in July or just full-on Christmas, I like to bring those to almost every other live sale I do, so try to stock up on those throughout the years. And again, the booth right next to it is even more loaded with Christmas items. old decorations, ornaments, you name it, I'm sure you'll be able to find. In the next case over, I do spot some kitschy owl little friends. Love those made of ceramic. Some more birds, and wabam, we spot another Rushton, but he is 400, which I'm not gonna lie, I never see these guys sell above like 250, so if you are looking for the original Chubby Tubby by Rushton and you're willing to pay up, I definitely recommend coming on through. And of course, I spot the Barbies, and when I say there are just a ton of toys in this location, I mean, I really mean it. It's one of the first places I hit up. There are specifically vendors who just deal in toys, which is definitely more than up my alley. As we pan over, we're seeing lots of squeaks, vintage Disney memorabilia, some newer action figures, Garfield, who doesn't love that lasagna cat, and really so much more. Again, another just strictly vintage toy vendor. Usually when I come through, this booth is stocked. So he's definitely sold quite a bunch since the last time I was here, which I am so happy about. If my memory serves me right from talking to the people up front many moons ago, this is actually a school teacher who owns this booth, who, you know, picks up vintage toys and stuff, which I think is really fantastic. Again, gotta go through. I found some rubber face plush. I think I found a Rushton in this booth before, so you never know. Did spot this cute little vinyl mouse, which probably will fix him up and add him into a live sale pretty soon. And of course, some more dolls, little tchotchkes, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I do spot these awesome composition dolls. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still dreaming about that one with the dark hair. She was just too creepy cute. Kind of regret not grabbing her. But here are a few of the finds I did end up picking, and I will see you guys in the next one.